Hello my loves. So welcome to this quick video all about, I'm going to do a 7-part series for each of our main 7 chakras, okay? And today I'm starting with the root chakra because the root chakra is all kinds jacked up collectively, okay? It is the 3 lower chakras, but especially the root chakra right now for many souls out there collectively. It is so blocked. It is, it's having a rough time, okay? It's having a rough time, okay? So I'm going to talk about the root chakra and how to help your root chakra and what your root chakra governs and all the things, okay? So I have like my notes over here. But I had promised my YouTube channel that I was gonna do, I was like, I'm gonna do a 7-part video series. So, but I was like, why would I just do it for YouTube? I'm gonna record for Instagram too. So, whether you're watching this on Instagram or YouTube, here we go, okay. So the root chakra sits at, it's the lowest, okay. It is the earth, like the earth chakra, okay. The root chakra sends roots into our heritage to serve as the foundation for our personal identity. The location of the root chakra is the base of the spine, the hip, the groin area, okay? So it sits down here in your lower extremities, just right at the base of the spine, okay? The purpose. What is the purpose of the root chakra? So what I notice as I'm working daily with my quantum healing sessions with my clients, because that's what I do. I go in, I'm like a human MRI machine, okay? This is how my gifts work. I can only speak to my gifts and to what I do, okay? But I'm like a human MRI machine. So I can literally like pull up and see through my third eye and my heart, right? I can see the physical body. I can see the chakra systems. Like I can see the astral bodies, like what's going on emotionally, mentally, like all the bodies, like a blueprint, like a map that literally is laid out in front of me. So I can literally see like all these different things, right? So as I'm working daily with my clients right now in these healing sessions, there is so much root chakra work needing to be done right now, okay? The purpose of the root chakra. Basic survival instincts. You think of like your material realm, your 3D reality, right? So like it's physicality, stability, security, which a lot of people are not feeling stable and secure for one reason or the next, or for a whole list of reasons. That is what people are struggling with collectively right now. And then people are like, I'm manifesting, I feel like I'm doing all the work, like because your root chakra, most likely your lower 3 chakras are suffering right now, okay? And I know a lot of you guys are doing intentional work, but what's happening is we are receiving so much through the crown chakra, through the higher heaven chakras, through the higher chakras, right? So when people start like really tuning in with like their gifts, their intuition, they keep wanting to go up. They keep wanting to like, you know, I'm so psychic, I'm so intuitive, like I'm gonna, you know, and what ends up happening is people go into depression, spiritual psychosis, like all these different things, right, can happen where you're literally like stuck up in the ether and you start going into that space and you start like kind of disregarding the human experience and the physical reality, because the physical reality has already been so difficult for you. And so now you have this whole other pocket of consciousness that you can kind of, you know, go and hide in, you know what I mean? But that will always catch up. And it's not fun. When I really started tuning in with my gifts as they started opening more and more, right around the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, even though I started my awakening back in 2016, it was very slow and gradual, like many of us. But now in the new earth frequency and with all of these divine Christos blueprint codes, etc., that have been reactivated, the awakening, the ascension as many of you guys are feeling and knowing, it is fast. It is accelerated. Like, we are not slowing down. This card, this ride that we're in is only speeding up. It's not slowing down, right? So everyone's feeling like overstimulated, like stress, anxiety, like, right? Like your brain is frying. That's also because so much light is coming through from the central sun, from even, you guys, even from the moon and from the stars at night, etc. Like, we are just receiving light, but the sun, the light codes, the Schumann resonance, all the things that are happening, right? It comes in through the crown, okay? So there's all this energy just swirling around that needs to be integrated and brought into the body, anchored in, meeting your heaven and your earth as one within, right? It's easier said than done. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, right? But that's why I'm doing these videos. So I'm gonna go through each of the 7 main chakras. So starting with the root, and then we'll do the sacral. So stay tuned. Definitely, if you're watching on Instagram, be sure to follow, save this, share it, like, save it to your, to yourself. So you can go back and reference all of this, because this is really good information here, okay? So the color of the root chakra is red. Okay, so you could just think of like ruby, the color, like ruby, red, garnet, like, and those are all crystals actually that are really phenomenal to work with also with your root chakra. The purpose of the root chakra, it's your basic survival, your stability, like I said, your security, and then our basic needs. Like, are our basic needs being met? Do we feel our basic needs not thriving? Do we feel like threatened with our basic needs, meaning like food, water, shelter, safety? When I'm working with clients and I tune in and I'm like, whoa, okay, like there's a whole lot going on in the root chakra here, right? The first thing that I usually will ask, or it will come up, is, how do you not feel safe? Your root chakra, like, a good question for root chakra healing is, am I safe? Do I feel safe? Do I feel safe and secure and stable? And money, like financial security, money, like all that material stuff, very tied to the root chakra also, as well as the solar plexus and the sacral, okay? I mean, all of it is connected, but you guys know what I mean, okay? So I need to get through this because I don't want to make these long. So I have 20 minutes, so I have to hurry. You guys know me, I'm long-winded. I'm very thorough, that's why, because I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher of our divine sovereignty and paths and all this kinds of stuff, right? So I have to be thorough, I have to explain. So the root chakra is also considered the entry point for soul's karma. I don't know if you knew that or not. The roots, like a tree, like the roots, the ancestral, where the seeds started, and then the roots began, and then the tree started, right? So this speaks of your lineage, of your lineages, of your family lines, DNA, the ancestral stuff, okay? Plus past life stuff too, right? Like karma, okay? So it's the roots to our ancestral lineages, you guys, like, that's a lot. That's a lot for our root chakra, right? So that's like everything we're working through, and again, it's all about integration, like being very, very, very intentional with each of these chakras, with the root. But right now, like I said, I'm doing the root first because, I'm going as below, so above, okay? Like, there has to be this integration here. And if this video finds you and you're watching it, it's more than likely because your root chakra is suffering, and other maybe chakras and things within the vessel or the energy field or certain astral bodies, stuff like that, but definitely the chakras, okay? So it's considered the entry point for the soul's karma, the roots to our ancestral lineages, okay? Because of the root chakra, we can direct our energy for career and monetary success. See, there's career and money right there, okay? So if you're not feeling secure or stable financially in your home, like in your environment, like, whatever it is, okay, the root chakra is probably like totally blocked right now, right? Like instead of just, you know, like with the pelvic floor open and everything flowing and the energy going through as it should, it's like just like this, okay? So our root chakra allows us to direct our energy, okay, for career and monetary success. It also is connected to engaging in sexual and primary relationships in our lives. So it's connected to the primary relationships as well as sexual relationships, romantic partnerships. But you guys, okay? It also connects to how we express ourselves physically in the world. How we express ourselves physically in the world, okay? A lot of people with blocked root chakras and really blocked energy in their pelvic floor, in their hips, in their legs, they typically are used to living in survival mode. They're used to not feeling safe for a very long time, whether it's because of how they were raised in the household, in relationships. Like they have felt unsafe, unprotected by themselves. Okay, so that's all, again, it's connected to other chakras too, and we'll get into that later in the other videos. But we're talking about the root chakra. So right there, boom, blocked root chakra. Very blocked. When you don't feel safe, when you don't feel secure, when you feel like you're not authentically expressing or living physically in the world as you should. Maybe you're like in survival mode, you're in freeze state, you're just like, I know I need to be doing this, but I can't, like I'm just, like, you know, that like that paralyzed fear state of being, okay? That's all tied to the root chakra in a huge, huge, huge way, okay? So now I'm gonna get into like the body parts and some like physical stuff. So, okay, I'm warning you in advance what I'm about to talk about, okay? So the root chakra kind of governs the glands, the adrenals, which is stress response. Okay, think of that. Body parts that the root chakra manages: your hips, bones, muscles, joints, the coccyx, the coccygeal vertebrae, bladder, anus, rectum, large intestine, elimination system, colon, all that, and the lower extremities, like I mentioned before. Okay. Body parts managed along with other chakras: prostate, kidneys, genitals, okay? All right, so here are some like physical related diseases that people will often manifest in their body, and then they go to the doctor, and the doctor goes, well, let me see what's wrong with you. And then the doctor is like, this is what's wrong with you, let me put you on medication, let me do this, and you do, right? Instead of actually getting to the root of the problem, of the issue. My God, if I know Western medicine, it definitely has its benefits, you guys, for sure, but like, I just can't. After like so many, with my clients, I'm like, oh my God, it's a Band-Aid. It's, at the end of the day, it's a system, a corporate company, okay? It's a corporate, right? They want to keep you coming back for more. Okay, this information here is the kind of stuff that will heal you forever. And you could do it on your own. You could do it absolutely on your own, right? Okay, I have to hurry. So the related physical diseases that can manifest due to blocked root chakra and, you know, things manifesting from the trauma, from the things that are blocking the root in the first place. So hemorrhoids, constipation, sciatica, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, eating issues, leg issues, arthritis, skin issues, disorder of bones, bowels, lower spine, leg problems, varicose veins, knee and foot issues. That's a big one. The hips, I wanted to say hips and knee at the same time. The hips, the knees, the feet, the legs. Those are your trunks. Those are your roots. That's what grounds you to the earth. Okay, big deal. Psychological dysfunction, safety and security are primary concerns always. Anxiety, panic, fear, worry, not deserving to exist, feeling not worthy, feeling like I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that, like low. And this is again what I help my clients with too. And I'm not saying this to sell myself, because I don't need to do that. Whoever's meant to work with me, they will find me. They will always find me, just like any other real healer out there, right? I'm saying this because it's true, okay? So fear, worry, and then like feeling like you like don't deserve to exist, or you don't deserve like success or like riches or safety, because you're so used to the program and the conditioning of what you've been living on in survival. Like, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot to work through and to connect with, okay? When our needs are not met as a child, that also, right? Again, fear, anger, sadness, joy, and disgust easily transforms into abandonment, terror, despair, shame, guilt, and unrequited yearning. Like always longing for stuff outside of yourself, but it's not coming back to you. That's unrequited yearning, okay? Blocked root chakra trauma, things connected to the root, okay? Healthy functions of the root, like when the root is functioning healthy and all the things, you feel satisfaction, contentment, self-awareness, you feel stable, secure, good. Like, I ain't even worried. I am so grounded. Like, my nervous system is good. Like, I just feel strong. My roots are strong. Nothing can sway me. Like, I'm solid, right? I feel safe. Again, a good question is, how do I not feel safe in my life? Or how have I not felt safe? Okay. Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe? You have to be real, real, real with yourself. Energy doesn't lie. People do. The ego does. Okay. But energy and the energy centers and the energy in your body doesn't lie. Okay. All right. So like a positive energy archetype of the root chakra is the mother. So that maternal energy of love, nourishment, and compassion. And again, you're the one that's got to be the one to give it to yourself. Okay? That's that unrequited yearning and abandonment issue stuff that many, many, many souls have. It's like they're waiting for someone to come save them. They're waiting for someone to come make them feel stable, secure, safe, when the whole purpose of why we're here, or a big part of it, is so we can do that for ourselves. And a lot of this ties, again, because the root is the opening of the ancestral karma. So it ties back to past incarnations, your ancestral lineage, how your ancestors didn't feel safe. Like every single time stuff like that happened, right? In the past. Okay. The negative archetype of this chakra is victim. It's the victim. People who self-pity, and then they draw others into a web of manipulation, and those are severely blocked root chakras, okay? And you guys all know those kinds of people, and maybe you have even been that person before, or that's something that you're struggling with now, okay? Listen, it's all good. It's all good. We all start healing somewhere, okay? Each chakra has its own mantra, its own special sound, okay? And you could easily Google this. You can Google the mantras. You can Google more about the root chakra or other chakras. You can dive deeper. I encourage you to. You guys know me. I am not like the codependent healer. I want you to remember your power healer, which is why I do stuff like this, okay? So the chakra sound for the root chakra is L-A-M. And the way that you say it, it's LAM. Lam, lam, lam. Okay? And you're gonna wanna think it and chant it, but that's a really powerful way to do root chakra healing work, actually, is by just chanting the chakra sound, okay? Spiritual abilities, I have to hurry. Intuitive capabilities that include physical empathy, sensing other bodily sensations or physical needs. Psychometry, okay, which is granting of knowledge through touch. Telekinesis, moving objects through the mind. Pyrokinesis, setting fires with the mind. Dowsing, finding objects or water in the ground. Clairtangency, touching what isn't present. And clairgustance, tasting what isn't present. All connected with the root chakra, etc., okay? And some, again, root chakra statements. I am safe. I am solid. I am protected. I am secure. I am financially stable. Like, you want to make your inner child feel as safe as possible, so you feel as safe as possible, okay? So I hope this helps you guys, and I'm here for you if you need assistance, okay? But I'm doing this to help you. Thank you so much, and so it is.